Hi all. So let us quickly discuss about the chart on the digestive enzymes. Already we have discussed about digestion. Once you memorize it as a chart, you can write the answers easily in the exam. So let us just go through about the digestive enzymes. So where from these enzymes are secreted? Okay, we have given the list here. Then the enzymes and the action of these enzymes is given there. So first is salivary glands. Starting with the first part is the salivary glands which are there in the mouth, and the enzyme that is present in the salivary juice is salivary amylase, or it is also called as ptyalin or salivary amylase. What it will do, it will convert carbohydrates into maltose. Okay, so next we have is gastric glands. Where they are present? They are present in the stomach region. So the enzymes which are present in the gastric juice include pepsin and lipase. So pepsin will act on proteins and will convert it into what are called as peptones, and lipase will act on lipids or fats and it will convert them into fatty acids and glycerol. Okay, next we have is liver. So liver does not produce any enzymes in its secretion. Its secretion is called as bile juice. So there are no enzymes in its secretion, and the secretion is bile juice. So bile juice, what it will do? It will help in emulsification of fats. What it will do? It will help in emulsification of fats, that is breaking down of big fat molecules into smaller globules is what is called emulsification. Okay, so this is very important. Which juice does not contain enzymes? Okay, is the bile juice is the answer. Then next we have is pancreas. So pancreas produces pancreatic juice and it has got the enzymes amylase, trypsin and lipase. See, whenever you get amylase, always remember that it will act on carbohydrates. So amylase will act on carbohydrates and convert it into maltose like our salivary amylase. Next we have is trypsin. So trypsin will act on proteins and convert them into peptones. It will convert them into peptones. Then we have lipase. It will act on fats and converts them into fatty acids and glycerol like the gastric lipase. Then next we have is the secretion of small intestine. Small intestine produces the juice, intestinal juice, or it is called the succus entericus, and it has got the enzymes. Sucrases and peptidases are the enzymes. So what is the role of sucrases? Sucrases will act on sucrose, which is a carbohydrate, and convert it into glucose. Actually, sucrose is made up of two monosaccharide units. Okay, it is made up of two monosaccharide units which will be broken down finally into glucose. Then next we have is peptidases. So they will act on peptides and convert them into amino acids. So one thing you can remember is usually all the enzymes will end usually in the suffix ase. Many of them will have the suffix ase. ASE would be the ending of many of the enzymes. And based on the name of the enzyme, they will be acting on the respective substrate. Suppose lipase is there, it will act on lipids. Suppose, if it is pepsin, it will act on proteins. Amylase will act on carbohydrates. So these three are actually very, very important. Wherever you get these enzymes, you can remember that they will act on the respective substrates what I told just now. So if you memorize this chart, it will be very, very useful. So write down without seeing this particular chart so that you will memorize all the enzymes that are playing a key role in the digestion. So next we will move on to the concept of vitamins. Okay. So vitamins, actually these are micronutrients which are essential for the general metabolism of our body, for resistance development in the body, for growth of our body, and metabolism of our body. So these were actually discovered by Funk. The name vitamins was given by Funk, and he is the father of vitamins. In 1913, Funk has given the name vitamins. He discovered that different types of vitamins are very much essential for the metabolic activities. So let us discuss about the sources. Where are the vitamins present? Vitamins cannot be produced inside our body. So they can be obtained from fresh fruits, vegetables, grains, seeds, nuts, and different types of animal products including the meat. Okay, so this is the general sources wherein we have the availability of vitamins. Then coming to the types of vitamins based on the solubility. Vitamins are divided into two types. One is the fat soluble vitamins. Other category is water soluble vitamins. The fat soluble vitamins and water soluble vitamins. What are fat soluble vitamins? So we have the vitamins are KEDA. or A, D, E, K are the vitamins. A, D, E, K are the vitamins. So these vitamins are soluble in fat. So that's why you even have to consume little amount of fat for obtaining these vitamins in your body. So vitamin K is also called as, there are scientific names which is also called as phylloquinone. Vitamin E is called as tocopherol, or it is also called the anti-sterility vitamin, and vitamin D is called calciferol, vitamin A is called retinol. Okay, so usually these vitamins, when they are deficient in our body, when they are present in lesser quantities in our body, they will lead to deficiency diseases, okay, hypovitaminosis problems. So vitamin K deficiency will cause the problem of bleeding, okay. So there will be more problem of bleeding because vitamin K actually it will help in the clotting process, okay, for the blood to clot. If it is not present in enough quantities, then deficiency of that will obviously lead to bleeding problems. Then tocopherol deficiency or vitamin E deficiency leads to sterility. What is the sterility? Okay, when people are able to give birth to children, that is called fertility. If they are not able to give birth to children, it is called sterility. That is, their reproductive ability will be lost. Loss of reproductive ability is called as sterility. So vitamin E, actually, if it is present in sufficient quantities, it will prevent sterility. But if it is not there, if it is deficient, it will lead to sterility. So it is also called as anti-sterility vitamin. Okay. Then we have is vitamin D. This vitamin is the vitamin which is obtained from sunlight. Okay, our cholesterol will be converted into vitamin D when you walk in sunlight. So vitamin D is obtained from sunlight and it is also called calciferol. Deficiency of vitamin D leads to rickets. So in rickets, the bones of the hands and the legs will be bent. There will be bow-shaped. Bow-shaped. What shaped? There will be bow-shaped legs and hands in case of rickets. Okay. Then we have is vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for general health of the skin and as well as even the eyes. So it is also called retinol. So deficiency will lead to night blindness, okay, wherein people cannot see. When it becomes dark, they cannot see the objects clearly. And also there is a condition called xerophthalmia or dry eyes. What is the condition? It is called as xerophthalmia. It is called as xerophthalmia or dry eyes condition, wherein the eyes won't produce tears. So these are all the deficiencies associated with the fat soluble vitamins. These fat soluble vitamins, you can just remember it as Kida, K-E-D-A, Kida, which means insect. So if you just remember the name Kida, okay, that is insect in Hindi, you can remember all the fat soluble vitamins. So that is the trick how you can remember. Okay, and coming to deficiencies and other things how you can remember, you memorize one particular sentence like this: Priya took class regularly using Kida to build revision notes. Okay, so this particular sentence if you memorize, you will get all the scientific names as well as you will get the names of the, okay, you get the alphabets that are involved in the fat soluble list of vitamins, you get the, okay, scientific names, and also you get the deficiency conditions. Priya took class regularly using Kida to build revision notes. In this you can see the first letters here P, T, C, everything will match with the scientific names, and Kida matches with the names of the fat soluble, the alphabets related to fat soluble vitamins. Okay, and you can just check out like that. If you remember that particular sentence, all the details you will come to understand very easily. Here actually using Kida means, here in this sentence, Kida means K for knowledge, E for emotion, D for desire, and A for action. So like that, in that sense actually this sentence can be used. So if you just memorize the sentence, learn all the answer properly related to the fat soluble vitamins and memorize that particular sentence, which if you open up, you can write down all the details from the alphabets to the scientific names to the deficiency conditions. Okay, so hope you followed. Next, moving on to the water soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins are two, that is B complex group of vitamins and C vitamin. B complex group of vitamins and C vitamin. C vitamin is also called as ascorbic acid, which is available in all the citrus fruits, particularly your amla is very rich in C vitamin, and C vitamin gets destroyed on heating. So that's why usually the raw source, okay, of different fruits or vegetables which contain vitamin C should be consumed for its best absorption into the body. So deficiency, okay, leads to a condition called scurvy. So vitamin C deficiency leads to the condition of scurvy, wherein there will be bleeding gums. The gums all will be naturally bleeding in spite of you not doing anything, still they will bleed. Okay, when you brush or do some other action, still they will be bleeding more. Okay, and also vitamin C is essential for general resistance of your body, for providing you with immunity against different diseases. Okay, so coming to the B complex group of vitamins, we have B1, B2, B3, B5, B4 is not there, B5, B6, B7, B9 and B12 are the different vitamins. So the B1 vitamin is also called as thiamine, B2 is called as riboflavin, B3 is called niacin, B4 is not there, B5 is pantothenic acid, B6 is pyridoxine, B7 is biotin, B9 is folic acid and B12 is cyanocobalamin. So this particular vitamin, the vitamin B12, number of times a question is asked about the vitamin B12. Okay, vitamin B12 is also called as cyanocobalamin. Okay, and these are the deficiency conditions. Vitamin B1, actually it is present in your unpolished rice. So that's why we are advised nowadays by doctors to eat more unpolished rice. So its deficiency leads to the condition of beriberi. Okay, beriberi, wherein there will be cuts at the end of the corners of the mouth and there will be bleeding there, and okay, issues like that will crop up. That is what is the condition of beriberi. Then we have B2 deficiency, glossitis, ulceration, small ulcers will come in the mouth and tongue will be inflamed. So B2 riboflavin deficiency causes glossitis. All deficiencies I have written in red so that you can make it very clear for studying. Then next you have is B3, which is also called niacin. Its deficiency leads to pellagra. So pellagra is a skin condition wherein all the skin disease will come. It is also associated with dry skin and dementia, memory loss and diarrhea. So 3 Ds we can say. Okay, that is, what are those? That is, it is causing dry skin, it is causing diarrhea, which is loose motions, and dementia. Dementia means loss of memory. Loss of memory. In old people, they cannot remember things. It is called dementia. So dementia can also occur in the case of pellagra. Okay, so vitamin B3 deficiency leads to pellagra. This is also a very important bit. Number of times bits related to B3 are asked. Then next B5, okay, it is also called pantothenic acid. Deficiency will lead to burning feet. Okay, there will be a lot of burning sensation in the feet. B6 is pyridoxine. Deficiency leads to anemia. B7 is biotin. Okay, and deficiency will lead to nerve disorders. B9 is folic acid. Its deficiency leads to anemia. B12 is cyanocobalamin. Usually, pregnant mothers would be advised to take iron tablets and also folic acid for better development of the child in the womb or the uterus. So, during all the gestation period, they'll be advised to take folic acid till the birth of the baby, which is very important. Okay, for all the nervous system to be well established also in the baby, that is folic acid. So B12 deficiency leads to a condition, particular type of anemia called pernicious anemia. It is called pernicious anemia. So you have to remember all this. So for remembering only the deficiencies associated with the B group, okay, I just made this sentence: B group provide best appetite and not anemia for a person. If you remember this, you can get all the deficiencies. Okay, provided you remember the correct list of the B group, you can remember all the deficiencies by memorizing this sentence. That is, B group provides best appetite and not anemia for a person. So vitamin B deficiency, first B is, okay, the vitamin B1 is beriberi. So beriberi. Second is glossitis. And third is pellagra. Fourth is burning feet. Okay, fifth is anemia. And so on. Okay, the first letter, just if you take, you get all the deficiencies noted up very easily. So like this, you can memorize the sentence and learn all the deficiencies associated with vitamin B complex. Then we have one more sentence you can memorize to remember all the scientific names of the B group vitamins. That is, the rich ninja painted pyramids bright for his country. The rich ninja painted pyramids bright for his country will help you to memorize the scientific names of all the B complex group of vitamins. Okay, the rich ninja in this, the TH will stand for thiamine, RI will stand for riboflavin, NI will stand for niacin. Okay, PA will stand for pantothenic acid, PY will stand for pyridoxine, B will stand for biotin, F for folic acid, and last C for cyanocobalamin. So like this, memorizing these sentences, you can remember whatever you have learnt. It is not that whenever a question is asked, you write this sentence and it will give you the marks. Not at all. So you have to first learn the proper order and whatever I have told in proper way. Then in order to remember that, these sentences would help you out. So hope you understood the mnemonics, whatever I told. It is very easy like this to remember. The vitamins chart, okay? And in general, when the sources are asked, you can just write the general sources anyway whenever they are asked in the exam. So hope you followed, and okay, do memorize like this. Once you sit and write it on a paper, after memorizing everything, what you have to do is, suppose today's video, if you have listened, just sit, take, as I told you, take a book and then write down whatever you have listened to today, and whether you have followed it or not. Try to make some own questions from the topic, whatever you heard. Like that, you will be able to note the topic in a better way rather than just mugging up with the answers. So hope you followed. Okay, thank you.